magnets attract and repel. The eye chooses with the mind when it is in the eye's own power to choose who and what I want to approach and who and what I want to leave, turn the back on. Then there are coincidences that is what causes the two or more people to be in the same place at the same time, or something to cross your path at a specific time that sometimes seems to be there for a reason that might only make sense to yourself, because you are yourself. You are your own eye. You see through your eyes. You were the only one who was there from the beginning of your life till the moment your path crossed something or someone. It's a mess. So what was the last? To the moment your path crossed something or someone that seemed to be of some kind of importance to where your path is leading. To be stalked is not the same type of coincidence. Stalking is crime, which means the purpose is not a supporting kind. It is by definition an unwanted presence by destructive forces that wish to cause some type of noise and an annoying crossing your boundaries, invading your space of privacy in order to attempt to cause delay and destruction of your flow. If the annoying noise goes on for a long time, you will need to accept yourself and all the reactions the stalking causes. You will have to not judge yourself, not to expect the stalkers to be willing to understand anything you attempt to explain or to answer truthfully if you confront them in order to get answers about the motivation for the stalking. The thing is that it is a matter of choosing to, with deliberation, confuse you with the secret, abusing you as the secret, thinking you possess magical powers, consciously misunderstanding, misinterpreting, pretending to be the embodiment of stupidity, playing with you and your emotions, confusing you with the Queen of Hearts, though you have never been part of a royal deck of cards, and you do not resemble the Queen of Hearts, since you believe you have an identity which an image of a queen in a deck of cards does not, only if you choose to project some traits onto it, even though the image is not really alive, not even a picture of a real living person, only a type of painting, drawing. Furthermore, there are various decks of cards, and just as many variations of the image of the Queen of Hearts that the looks do not fit onto one single individual. Since you're not the Queen of Hearts, you need to somehow make it very clear to your surroundings who you are and set your boundaries very strictly. Maybe the stalkers are, in fact, unintelligence, which is something very horrible to accept, that some folks have never become enlightened, which makes you wonder how that type of people are able to be in possession of expensive cars and thereby have an income that exceeds your own, even though your talents are many that the stalkers do not show any sign of having. Makes you wonder if they are being paid to stalk. What does it mean to stalk someone? It means to follow someone around where they go, but without showing signs of positive interest in you and whatever you represent as a person. The weight of stalkers is heavy and meaningless, like playing a game of handball, if that's a word, in the court of a team you play against. Though prayer seems a bit weak, you can send the negative character of the opposition back to the stalkers to attack with itself. There is not much strength in forces of negativity. They easily fall to pieces like a dead, contaminated body, contaminated with inner destruction, not received by the attacked, not understood, not comprehended in its nature, turning it into something completely different, backfiring in random directions. If you have a deterministic view on your existence, believing in destiny, fate, then you might simply let coincidences, not attempted, controlled by your actions in order to reach your goals, let them, whatever, happen. That to reach your goals that to some people may seem out of reach to you, even when it is already reached, which is what you refer to as wishful thinking, refusing to believe something even though it is obvious if you understand the language that is spoken in the country in question. People have in some situations, as a matter of ill will, attempted to find holes in the ever so clear communication in order to attempt to create confusion or disbelief. You have to keep your mind clear, not to let the attempt to dissolve reality of words trying to create disbelief of words in writing or speech recorded as proof. That type tries to have you question the obvious to the point where it would never become more clear than it already is. The communication. The purpose is to try to shake your belief in the agreed upon for hundreds of years reality, the language spoken in your own country, in the referred to example, not native, but refugee, speaking your language at a low pronunciation level, but well enough to understand the language, though not willing to. Why would you try to confuse, not to confuse with Johannes the Baptist, attempt to dissolve the understanding of the obvious? What was explained to the dissolver was that in relation to the accusation of not being a natural scientist, the explanation given was that you do not need to know exactly every detail of how to construct transformation from idea visualized to invention built and thereby manifested, constructed. If Johan had the idea to create a watch going backwards, he would know enough about the idea to describe it to the patent bureau, though Johan would need help from experts, people knowing the craft of making watches, to actually produce the product.